Hey guys, I'm back. I know I haven't uploaded a video in about a month, so that is why I'm making this video for some of the movies that I saw this year that I did not get to review. There will still not be some movies on this list because I didn't get to see them, but hopefully in 2019 I'll get to review them. But for right now, I have no time for it, and I probably won't be able to review them by the end of the year. I'll still try to get reviews out for The Mule and Aquaman soon, and hopefully Vice, but yeah, besides that, I really need more time. So in 2019, there will be some 2018 movies I'll be reviewing. But yeah, besides that, let's get into this. Anyways, I will be reviewing The Equalizer 2, Upgrade, Avengers Infinity War, A Quiet Place, 12 Strong, Den of Thieves, The Commuter, and Maze Runner: The Death Cure. For all the other movies that came out this year, I probably won't be able to review them. But with that being said, let's just start the video. And you might hear some banging because there's construction going on my roof, so just don't mind it. Anyways, let's start off with The Equalizer 2. This was just as good as the first, I think. I think I liked it a little better. And it was a very enjoyable movie. It's not perfect, it has flaws, but its action is incredible. It's amazingly well filmed. Its acting is very, very strong. There's actually a scene between Denzel and some younger kid, and it's a great scene, and there's a lot of great scenes in this movie, but the plot sometimes takes a little too long, if you know what I mean. It's not as focused. There's a lot of other things. Similar to the first one, there's many side plots, and the plot isn't as focused in this movie. But yeah, this is still a very enjoyable movie, and I had fun with it. I'll give The Equalizer 2 a B. Upgrade. I love this movie. Upgrade, I wish I could make a whole video off of this, but I really do not have the time. This was one of the best sci-fi action movies I have ever seen. And even though it's not my top 10 favorites, it's still amazing. The action in this movie. It's very well filmed. The way it's all filmed, I don't know even how to explain it. It's just every angle is perfect, and it's just a kick-ass movie. And this movie's a lot more deep than I thought it would be, and I really didn't expect it to be as deep as it was. In the theater, by the end of the movie, I was like, holy crap. And the only problem I have with this movie is the side characters aren't as well developed, and the main villain of the movie looks like some guy who would be watering his garden. Not some really badass guy, but you know what? I don't care. I found him cool. But they're not as well built as characters as I would like them to be. Besides the main character. The development there is great. STEM, very good development if you even consider that development. But yeah, just great movie, and I loved it. I'll give Upgrade an A-. Avengers Infinity War. I would love to make a whole video off of this one too, but really do not have the time, and a lot of movies on this list I really won't have the time to make reviews for, so that's why I'm putting them on here, but I'll try to give as well of a description. I'll shut up now. Avengers Infinity War. Great movie. I've been waiting for this movie forever. I cannot wait for Avengers Endgame. This was a very entertaining movie. Lots of characters in this movie, and sometimes I feel like some don't have enough screen time together, or some don't just have enough screen time in general, and some character choices in this movie are a little weird. And I would also have liked this movie to be a little more brutal, but these are all minor flaws I had with the movie besides the brutal one. I think that was I would just prefer the movie to be a little more brutal. But besides that, Avengers Infinity War, lots of great characters. All of them are well fleshed out. The action's incredible. Almost everything's great in this movie. I'll give Avengers Infinity War an A-. A Quiet Place. Holy crap, I love this movie. This movie is almost perfect to me. I'll get the issue out of the way. The only issue with this movie is there's one plot line where I don't know why the military would have taken down all these monsters. Not plot line, plot hole. And yeah, it's just some plot holes in this movie. or little noticeable, but that's it. This is a suspenseful, really well made movie, and the characters in this movie really well fleshed out. And yeah, there's not a lot of dialogue in this movie because, you know, if they speak they'll die. But yeah, that's pretty much it. This is like one of my favorite horror movies. It's one of the most suspenseful movies I've ever seen. I was constantly on the edge of my seat. The score in this movie is amazing. This is a very dark and amazing movie, and John Krasinski did a great job with it. I'll give A Quiet Place an A. 12 Strong. 12 Strong was a war movie that depicted the war in a very, like, I'm gonna get really, like, I don't know how to say it, like, it did a good job telling the story of the war, and did a good job with its characters, but at the same time, the characters weren't as fleshed out as, say, in movies Saving Private Ryan, and even though you care about the characters in this movie, they could have been more well built and fleshed out, and the movie makes you, like, honor the soldiers who really did this stuff. And I don't have time to, like, talk about, like, what this movie's about. It's basically like, alright, never mind. It's basically these soldiers going after 9/11 to get revenge, and it's a whole long story. But yeah, they did a really good job with this movie. I just wish the characters were a little more fleshed out, but the action's very great as well. And they did a good job telling this war story. I just wish the characters would have been a little more well built. I'll give 12 Strong a B+. Den of Thieves. Now, this was a good heist movie. I really enjoyed this movie. And there's a chance it might make my best of the year. Well, not best of the year, but like in my top 10. It probably won't, but you know, still, it's a very enjoyable movie. The only issue I had with this movie is, I'm gonna just get these out of the way. There's a lot of, like, needless scenes in this movie. Its ending is very silly. That's what I mean by, like, needless scenes. I feel like the scenes that were needless in this movie could have been cut out or, like, improved. And this movie kind of feels like Heat in a lot of ways. There's just not a lot of originality in this movie. And, you know, it's kind of like, they did a good job with the source material, but I feel like there could have been more behind this heist movie. The action is incredible in this movie, the characters are really well built, and I had a ton of fun with this movie. I'll give Den of Thieves a B+. The Commuter. This is some of the most fun I've ever had at the movies. I saw this movie in IMAX the day before my birthday, and it was awesome. The action is incredible in this movie, the dialogue, very, very cool. Some great comedy thrown into the movie as well. The mystery is great. The only problem I have with this movie is there's some implausibility with its story, and that's probably the biggest issue I have with the movie. Everything else is very well, like, thought over and made in this movie, and I had a ton of fun with it. I'll give The Commuter a B+. Maze Runner: The Death Cure. Now, I remember, I forgot I even saw this movie this year. This was a very enjoyable movie. The action scenes are very intense. The characters are well built. Even you care about them a lot, even though the main character is kind of just an action hero now. He doesn't really change from the beginning of this movie to the end, and that's probably the biggest issue with this movie. Besides that, there's probably some other problem, but like, I haven't seen this movie in a while, so I have to think it over. But yeah, the action's very intense. I cared about the characters at least. And overall, it's just an enjoyable movie and a great conclusion to the franchise. I'll give Maze Runner: The Death Cure a B-. Alright, that's it, guys. Thank you guys for watching this video, and I'm going to try to get a best of the, well, I'm definitely going to try to get this video out by the end of the year. My favorite movies of 2018 and the most disappointing movies of 2018. And Merry Christmas, everyone, and I hope you have a great vacation, and I'll see you guys in the next video.